It's been 6 months since I deactivated my Instagram profile. I've never been more productive, happier, and less distracted. I totally believe that this is because I deactivated my Instagram. By the end of this video, you will have 10 reasons to do it yourself. If you're someone who is on the fence, who's like, oh yeah, I also spend a lot of time on Instagram, but all my friends are there, so I can't really get off it. This video will be like a push to make a better decision. So, for those who don't know me, I am Roshan and I am trying to become one of the most ruthlessly disciplined entrepreneur out there while building a community of like-minded people. So, if you some days struggle with controlling your mind with distractions, do join this channel. It will be really helpful. And let's dive right in. Okay. Reason one, time is your most precious asset. Whatever you are building, time is the most precious asset. It will never come back. And how much time you waste and the opportunity cost of just operating on Instagram is calculated in this video. Go and look at it after this video. But let me tell you, it's huge, right? And new entrepreneurs are particularly vulnerable to distractions as they juggle multiple responsibilities. Entrepreneurship and business building is no easy thing. You have to learn so many things. There are so many screws to turn, and to learn that, you need to be spread really thin in the beginning, at least. And if you are having more things on your plate, like Instagram and checking people's posts and reels, you're just going to slow down your progress exponentially. So just look at your time spent on Instagram and calculate your financial lost cost to your business, right? Reason number two, you're losing your free will and decision making power. So Instagram's algorithm is designed to hijack your attention. Scrolling will deplete your limited daily decision making capacity. So our brain has a limited decision making capacity. We have a certain number of decisions, let's say 15,000 decisions, and while operating social media like Instagram for like 15 minutes, you are making so many decisions, like whether to like this post, whether to skip, whether to share this post to someone, who to share it to. Oh, so many messages, who do I reply to first? There are hundreds of decisions you are making very quickly, and it is really depleting. For entrepreneurs who think like, oh, I just want to discover new business trends, I want to discover new ways of doing business more accurately. So this study was there, done, which was exactly about this, and it found out that social media use can hinder the entrepreneur's ability to recognize opportunities that lead to starting a business. That's like totally opposite, right? Selling a commodity in a way that is no better than specialized knowledge and experience of the entrepreneur. So specialized knowledge, as Naval says, cannot be taught. It can be learned, but it cannot be taught. So on social media, if you think, oh, I'll learn very specific insights that will dramatically boost my business, sorry, that is not the case. That is no excuse that you want to find new opportunities, new ways of doing things differently. Doesn't matter, doesn't work. So reflect, when was the last time you truly made a decision yourself because you wanted it and nobody influenced it? I think it will take you a long time to think about that, because in today's world we are just influenced by so much content that we consume, and it is hijacking your attention. So that is another reason to get off. Third, it's destroying your ability to focus deeply. This is very important. Shallow attention economy versus deep work requirements for building a business. A business takes hours of deep work, through weeks, through months, through years. It takes decades of you putting in consistent deep work day in and day out. And micro interruptions, which are like all the notifications and pings and dings, they sabotage your cognitive momentum. A single notification can derail your attention for 25 minutes. You are basically practicing distraction. When you look through stories, when you look through reels, check your DMs, everything gets better with practice. So what's getting better? Your ability to distract yourself is getting better. Do you want that, or do you, just reflect, do you actually want to turn into a millisecond attention span Wojack who can't focus on anything more than 10 minutes? What kind of business will that result in? Just think about it. Next, you're competing with illusions, not reality. Everyone knows this, right? Curated entrepreneurial success stories create unrealistic benchmarks. A 14-year-old entrepreneur just sold this meme coin and earned millions of dollars. We have seen stories like that, and it's not motivating. It's just unrealistic, right? Stories like this, the youngest self-made billionaire in the world, people don't even have the perspective of what's the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire. For perspectives, a million seconds is just these many days, but a billion seconds is these many years. That's more than a decade, right? So we don't even have the scale inside our head to perceive this, and we are like, oh, this is young made self-made billionaire. How many youngest self-made billionaires, like in the 20s, can you count? I can count on fingers, right? This happens very rarely. And so FOMO driven business decisions and their consequences for new ventures. When you see, oh, that guy got like millions of dollars selling this NFT meme coin, so I should also mint one. Do it. You'll just lose a bunch of money, right? And the psychological impact of measuring your day one against someone else's 5 years. Who knows this kid is putting in years of work, or his dad was super rich, or whatever, right? You can't compare your starting point with somebody's middle point, right? So it's unfair, and comparison is the thief of joy. So we'll come to that one. But next is it's undermining your authentic communication. We are all familiar with the soundbite culture, and it erodes your ability to articulate complex business ideas. Business is not just simple as like two line adages and two line quotes. The context is collapsed. Your message gets lost or misinterpreted. Whatever you say it in a few lines for for that reel, and the true message is not able to come out because the context is missing. And developing a distinctive voice is harder when you're constantly consuming others constant content. So if you're consuming content by so many people, what's going inside your mind? Just their content that only echoes in your brain. You're not doing your original thinking, you're not reflecting. What will you say then? Whatever you heard from that person, you'll just vomit that, and that will not make you sound smart. That's just a copycat, right? So you definitely need time to reflect and think originally. So think critically about the platform and whether it truly serves your communication goals. Every entrepreneur needs to be a good communicator and explain to the people how their products are helping their customers. So, if your goal is to become a better communicator, a better spokesperson, you need to leave Instagram. Hey guys, I have a quick thing for you. If you feel mentally drained or brain fog at any point of the day, I made something for you. This is a 10-step checklist, and if you follow all these 10 steps, your brain will be much sharper, clearer, and you'll be able to execute all your tasks with better focus and energy. So just click the first link in the description. It's totally free. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you doing, man? There's these cool resources. You're missing these out. Just subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Number six, your business insights are being diluted with misinformation. So we have always seen those reels where there's, I think it's the school of hard knocks or something. The man goes to interview a successful entrepreneur and asks, "Oh, I have this big channel. I interview people. I want to ask how much money you made in a single year, or were you poor?" Or it's just mental masturbation. You're not actually learning out of these 1 minute videos anything. It's just mental masturbation that you are projecting yourself in the shoes of that millionaire that is giving the interview, and you're thinking, oh yeah, one day I will be like him. Come on, you're just wasting time on your phone using Instagram, seeing reels, and you think you'll be in his shoes. You'll have to give Instagram up to be in his shoes. Instagram creates dangerous echo chamber of startup methodology that, oh, it's the same process, just come up with a billionaire idea, just come up with $1 billion idea, then pitch it to investors and get funded. Simple, easy. It's not. It is not at all that easy. It requires so many moving parts. When you actually build a business, you will know, right? So new businesses need to rely on accurate information for decision making and need to build trust with their audience. That cannot happen on these misinformed or like very echo chambery things that is going on around. So because real wisdom rarely goes viral. All these viral trends that, oh, I just had a dinner with a billionaire, here is what I learned, and all these things are just mainstream advice, not context based, very applicable things, right? Next is it's eroding your customer empathy. We all become assholes when we join Instagram, right? So filtered and often biased feeds on social media limits our understanding of diverse perspectives. We are just being fed what we like, and because of that, our perspective, whatever it is getting strengthened. It is getting positive reinforcement. Okay, yeah, bro, I also think like that. Just abuse the people who don't think like us. That's the narrative on Instagram. Instagram's simplification of complex issues undermines product development. So, whatever product you are building, it will get undermined if you still go on Instagram, because the danger of building for likes rather than solving genuine problems. You just think, okay, yeah, okay, this thing needs to sound really cool. This needs to get millions of views on Instagram. That's why I'll make this. Whether it solves a problem or not, I need to get views, bro. Your mentality should not be that. The longer you are spending time on Instagram, more your mentality will become more like that. And the pack mentality online can lead to aggressive or dismissive behavior. You just become an asshole. You're just abusing people with opposite views. Is that good? Not at all. It crushes your reputation, right? Because reputation and the relationships that you have built are very crucial to your entrepreneurial career. You can't risk them. Just look at like few weeks before what happened to Ranveer. Like years of experience and the respect that he built up got mulled in just 2 seconds, right? So your reputation precedes you. The more time you spend on Instagram, the more easier will it be for you to lose your control over your words and just destroy your own reputation. Beware. Eighth, your mental resilience is being undermined. Building a business requires psychological stamina. It requires you to get up when you fail. It requires you to just push on through hard challenges. But what's happening? Instagram's dopamine hits are weakening your capacity for delayed gratification. Everyone wants quick gratification, instant gratification. Oh, that reel, oh, brother, just send me good reels so I can just laugh out loud. How is it helping your career, man? Those 2 seconds of laughter. If you actually want to feel good and laugh, watch a long form comedy special. Why buy those small short form reels? They're just ruining your attention span. They're just ruining your ability to focus. There is this correlation between social media usage and giving up on difficult business challenges because it's not in you. The ability to focus and the ability to just push through to difficult challenges gets over inside you because you have been learning just instant gratification. Oh, if I feel difficult, okay, I just can pull my phone up and scroll reels and I'll get rewarded. What are you getting rewarded for? Doing nothing. How will that help in your business, man? It will not. So, do you really want to get mentally weak each day for seconds of quick pleasure? Is it worth failing at your business goals? Is it worth it? That, okay, I get like 70 minutes of quick dopamine pleasure, so I'll just scroll reels and watch stories and memes. I don't think it's a fair trade. You're just losing out on your prospect. You can argue that, oh, I have seen millionaires who use on Instagram all the time, who are active on their Instagram a lot. They are anomalies. Forget them. They got there first, right? Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 8. They have already gone through a period of hard, focused work dealing with challenges, and now they are there. Now they can do Instagram, but they also can improve if they want to, right? All right, reason number 9. You building someone else's business model, not yours. Every time you spend time on Instagram, you're working on somebody else's business. Whose business it is? Instagram's business. You are the product, not the consumer. Like, you consume the things, but actually you are the product. What is being capitalized here? Your attention is being capitalized. Your attention is being made short and short so that you buy impulsively. If you had a long attention span, all those impulse buys would not be possible, because you will be spending about 30 minutes on a buying decision, because your attention span is 30 minutes. Now if your attention span is 5 seconds, you just say, oh, that's a good reel, that's a good t-shirt, let me just buy it. That is what Instagram's business model all about, right? Advertising things to you that look good in instant, but is useless, mostly useless, right? Most people are drop shipping these Chinese products which are totally useless, just looks good for like 4 seconds, and when you buy it, what's the utility? No utility. You just became a victim of your short attention span. How do you feel about that? It's just making someone else richer and you poorer. Stop this. Calculate your actual ROI from Instagram activities versus alternate business building activities. I'm sure i'm sure other business building activities and deep work would result in much more leverage than anything on Instagram, period. If you're an influencer, then we'll talk another day. But for beginners, this is the thing. 10. It's disconnecting you from your core entrepreneurial purpose. You forget. You just focus on what others are doing. What is driving others? So I'll just copy it. No need of thinking my own, no need for reflection when I can copy others. Your core purpose is just diminished. So entrepreneurs who change the world limit their Instagram exposure. So Elon Musk doesn't work on Instagram. Steve Jobs never opened any social media. Like he was old also, but still, these people who are changing the world, they don't have time for all this shit. Why should they focus on what reel is trending, what song is trending, what meme is trending? They are busy building the world, and you should be too. If you have a purpose, which is to make an impact, a positive impact on millions of people across the world, do you actually think social media is adding much to it? Consuming social media is not at all. You are just becoming poorer. You're becoming dim-witted. Your attention span is getting less and less. You don't want that. I'll just play this and let's see what he says. I hope this does not come under like copyright issues.
But I found myself doing selfies, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? Why am I posing with selfies to get likes? This is crazy.
Yeah, people are like way more lenient on Instagram for some strange reason.
It's like pretty pictures, basically.
Pretty pictures and a lot of bullshit.
It just looks like everyone's like having a great time
Right.
and is way better looking than they really are.
Yeah.
And so you're like, man, everyone's like good looking and having a great time, and then you sort of compare yourself to that, and like it's like, damn, I'm not as good looking, and I'm not. I seem to be sad a lot.
Right. Well said. Because what happens? you just keep on thinking of like, oh, he just posted this really cool post. Oh, I think he's having the best time of his life. Oh, so there's so much FOMO. Just stay away, guys. And a bonus reason 11, Instagram is making you unhappy. See, the startup journey is already very stressful. Any sort of business journey is very stressful. You need to think about thousands of things. Instagram can contribute to the feelings of isolation, anxiety, and inadequacy. You feel you're not enough through social comparison and the addictive nature of the platform. Now, how I can't just fathom it at this stage. Why will you allow a platform to make you feel lonely, anxious, and inadequate? Lot of self doubt. Why would you let it do that? I think you should prioritize your mental health, recognize when social media use is negatively impacting you. There have been hundreds of studies like this, which shows there is a direct correlation of social media and poor mental health. It will negatively impact you. It will give you short peaks of dopamine. You'll feel okay, yeah, it's happy, happy. I'm posting stories, I'm getting likes, but it will make you unhappy. It will make you more lonely, more disconnected. It's not social media anymore, it's anti social media. So stay away, guys. I hope this video pushed you to just think about the possibility of leaving Instagram. And if you are not convinced, then you can just reduce your social media use by watching this video. And if you are ready to delete social media, then you need to watch this video for exact step by step process of how to get that thing off your brain forever. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you.